Hi, I'm Kevin. Welcome to the Claremont Classic Garage. Today, not too much going on. It's the 7th of May and we're in the grip of the polar vortex. Lucky us. Anyway, I'm just puttering away with the old duster here, fixing up a few things and kind of coming up with a bit of an action plan to reverse the years of neglect and things I should have been fixing a long time ago. Anyway, let's have a look at it. So after driving this thing around a little bit, it's come to light that there's definitely a few little issues I gotta deal with. Some are minor, some I'm not sure what I'll be getting into till I get into it. The back brakes in this car have always been touchy. I've done some reading, and there's two different sizes of wheel cylinders. So I'm gonna, for what they cost, I'm just gonna order a pair of the other ones and put them in. I'm also going to put a Willwood valve in it, in the line going to the back wheel somewhere. I'll probably take the factory combination valve out and disable the proportioning valve part of it and just rely on the Willwood valve. Another thing that doesn't work is the reverse lights and the little reverse light under the dash. They don't work. It could be something as simple as a fuse, or the reverse switch underneath the car is come unplugged, or it's no good, or something like that. The windshield wipers, I turned them on the other day and it made a lot of funny crunching noises and little pieces of bushings fell down. In fact, you can see a piece right there under the clutch. There's a piece of it. So I've ordered some bushings for it, and we're going to get that fixed up. And I have to have a look at the excuse me, the alignment on the front end. We'll have to have a go at that. It's just something not quite right about it. And as I don't know, I may have mentioned before, I want to experiment with tire sizes. The front ones are a little bit big. It's got 255s on the back, 235s on the front. So what I'm going to try is, I got on clearance, I got some 215s. So what I did was I kind of converted the size of tires that were on the Trans Am cars, the TA Challenger and the AA Arcuda. And their sizes translate to the modern size of 235 on the back and 215 on the front. So that's what I'm going to try on this. It worked on them. It might work on these. So for now, I'm just going to, I'll throw the 235s on the back. I'll put a couple of these 215s on another pair of wheels and put them on the front and see if I can get the rake how I want it and get the car sitting how I like it and see if we can get the alignment touched up a little bit. Just little things, I guess. The scary part is going to be the wiper bushings, because if you've ever done wiper bushings on an A-body that's got a console and air conditioning, you're in for a treat. Anyway, let's see what we get. Victory, the switch was unplugged. Look at that, reverse. So the wife can't try and drag race somebody in reverse. Okay, let's go see if they work on the back of the car. Yepers, looky that. Good. That's one thing I can cross off the list. Another issue I was having is one of my driving lights under the front bumper didn't work anymore. Here it is. You can see there's a pretty nasty crack in the back of it. I guess something's hit it on the road or something. They're GE 7400 seal beams. Of course, I haven't got one of those. So for now, just to get it working, I'm going to stick a 4411, which is just basically a headlight for a tractor in it. At least I won't look like a moron coming down the road with only one light working. So we'll get that in there, and once the lockout is over, then I'll get a couple of the right bulbs for it. But let's get this on and get that working. There we go, I got them working again. Now you can see the difference in the two beams. Well, maybe not so much for this shot, but the The one on this side, it's a driving light. It's a pencil point beam. It's focused and intense and shines down the road. Whereas this one here is basically a headlight for a tractor. And it kind of track how fast the tractors go. It just kind of floods the area with light. But anyway, for now, at least I got 2 lights that work. And when I get a chance to get a couple of bulbs, I'll change them both. After lockdown, I'll change it. And I kind of think the one is hanging a little bit lower. I think I put it on the wrong side of the bracket. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It'll be coming off again. Another thing I did since our previous videos, I took this thing out for a little spin around the block and almost ended up walking home. What happened? I don't know why. The clip that holds the reverse rod onto the transmission came off. The reverse rod came down. Of course, it was the front of it that dropped down. It came off the transmission, jammed into a hole or something on the road, got tied in a knot, and then it started banging on the floor of the car. Everything at that point wasn't too bad. I could hear the noise, but it kept driving, so I kept going. I thought, hey, I'm not too far from home. I'd rather make it than walk. But anyway, it started making more noise, and I pulled over and looked. I found that, yeah, it was the reverse rod hanging down. So I said, okay, I can make it home like that. So I did, and I fixed it, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, what I did since then, I'm never going out. That was the car gods up there, you know, up there, car gods. They were sending a message. Stupid. Take some friggin' tools with you and some spare parts. So anyway, what I did was for all my old cars, I went through all the crap that I had here. I hit some sales, bought some surplus crap. Anyway, I made a little toolkit for every old car that I own. So it's just basic stuff. Like, you can make one of these for 40 or 50 bucks. And you know what? If it saves you waiting for a tow or walking home, there's just basic tools. You don't need a whole set of screwdrivers, right? Like, you get one of these with all the little bits in it. Crappy tools, I got them at Walmart. A coat hanger. You never know what you might need a coat hanger for. Rudimentary, little set of wrenches. There's a little socket set down in there. A few electrical connectors and some nuts and bolts and washers and stuff. This is stuff that I've learned over the years that what to have with me. Anyway, that's that. And my little spare parts kit I got over here. Same thing, just stuff that, you know, you might need on the side of the road. I got a distributor, an ignition module, a voltage regulator, an ignition coil. There's all the clips for the clips that hold the clutch linkage and shift rods on. There's a ballast resistor. There's fuses. There's also a set of belts for the car. And and the spare gas cap. And as I find little bits and pieces as I'm cleaning up that I think maybe should be in there, I'll fire them in. But for now, at least I can go out, and if something happens, maybe I got half a chance of cobbling it back together and getting home. I can remember one night, the voltage regulator went out on it, and the car quit. Anyway, I got somebody to give me a boost, and I got it running. And then what I did all the rest of the way home, I had I don't know what I had, a little piece of wire or a paper clip or something. And I would drive until the lights started getting dim or the engine started running kind of funny, and I'd pull over and whip the hood open and full field the alternator for a couple of minutes to get the battery charged back up. I made it all the way up to Uxbridge from Ajax, and that's a pretty good jaunt. Anyway, that was a funny night. So yeah, don't leave yourself short. Carry some spare parts and some tools with you. So I guess that's all that's going on today. We'll be back at it. Maybe when some parts show up, we're going to start fixing some of these little things on this. Anyway, like usual, feel free to, down there's a like button. There's boxes to put comments in. And there's that subscribe button if you'd like to see more of these strange videos of all the crazy stuff we do around here. Anyway, thanks, and we'll see you later.